like to take a moment to introduce you to the Phlebotomy 1323 lecture portion of this course. I want you to start by going to your Canvas and going onto your home page, and that's where you're going to start by clicking on home page. And you'll see here's a picture of the textbook that we will be using, which the textbook, the hard copy is optional, but you will need to use the online portion of this textbook. And then the instructor here is going to post their information. Now this is going to vary depending on who your instructor is, and they should have their office hours also located on this home page. If you look over here, you can see upcoming events, and this is kind of like your to-do list or things that might be due. The one thing I want to point out with Canvas is if you see these little icons along the side, if it's a piece of paper with a pencil, that indicates that there's an assignment and something is due. So that kind of gives you an idea. If it's just a page without a pencil, then it just has information and you don't have to turn anything in. That sometimes helps people make sure they know what is an assignment and what is not. So the paper with a pencil is an assignment. Just a piece of paper is just a page with information, nothing to submit. So let's take a look. Most of your time is going to be in modules, but let's first take a look at your syllabus. You're going to find your syllabus in Concourse Syllabus, and when you click on that, it should take you to your syllabi, and a lot of your information should be included in here. Now if you scroll down on your syllabus, it gives you all your expectations of grading, but the course calendar should be located. So I have it divided up on week by days. Because this course is such an accelerated course and we really only meet like 15 to 16 days total in the semester, I thought it was easiest to do it by days. It is a very fast-paced course, so you're going to have to stay on top of your assignments. And if you notice here, every chapter you have reading lecture notes that you have to submit, and they're typically due on a Friday. And then you have your homework assignments, which are mind tap activities, which I'll show you here in a minute, and then a chapter quiz, which are due on Sunday evenings. Okay, so that's your syllabus, and you should be able to find that in the Concourse syllabus. Now let's go to modules, and this is where you're going to spend most of your time. Now if you notice here, I have a link to the textbook for phlebotomy. So if you click on that, it's going to take you directly to your textbook, and here you're going to click on this little box here, and it should open up your Cengage textbook. So here are all your chapters and the activities that are associated with each chapter, and I will have these separated out per week. But one thing I wanted to show you in MindTap is if you go over here, you can see that you do have a textbook, which you can do right here. And it'll show you your full textbook at this point right here. So to make it a large textbook, you can open it up like that, and then you can just click through it and you can read through your textbook online. That's why there's no need to have a hard copy, because you can read it online. Okay, and that's how you get to your textbook. So you're going to close that. I'm going to show you that one more time. You're going to go to the full book icon over here and go ahead and click on it, and then you can open it up to a full page. And to close it down, just hit the X. Okay, so that is how you find your full textbook. So I'm going to close that down, and we're going to go back to our modules. So that's where you're going to find your textbook. Here we have the Getting Started location here, and a little bit of a welcome you. I'd like you to just post on who you are and a little bit about yourself, and then you can find the Getting Started video, which you should be watching right now. Meet your instructor. Here's some information about due dates. Online attendance we should not have to worry about since we do meet in class. However, if we have to go online, please review the online requirements. Okay, and then if we move down, you're going to see here it's divided into week 1, day 1, and then I'll indicate what chapter we're on. And below, these are all the requirements. So this here shows a link. These are links like a video I want you to watch, and then there's a discussion associated with that video. Okay, and then there is a PowerPoint, so you can review the PowerPoint that we reviewed in class. And then there is your reading, so you can read your chapter 1. And here is your reading note guide. So if you open that up, it should have a link to a Word document where you can take notes during class when we're talking. So it's not very long typically, but it should include some information in here that you're going to want to do through your textbook and whatnot, and you're going to submit those on Friday. Now, why am I having you do this? Because this is what you're going to use to study for your exams from, because most of the information will come off these notes. So that's where you find that. And then go back to your modules, and then you can also see you have these activities. So if it says homework, you're going to click on homework, and it should take you to a MindTap link, which is going to open it up directly for you, and you're going to complete whatever that activity is. Some of them are very short, and some of them are a little bit longer, but most of them shouldn't take much time. So start assignment now. And then this has one question: blood collection in an isolation room. So you would say number 1, they want you to put it in the correct order, so you're going to drag these into the proper spot. Okay, so that would be an example on how to do that. So that is where your activities are going to be located and your homework. So if we go back to modules, you will find that they have, every chapter has a reading notes and then a few homework exercises to kind of get an idea how big these homework exercises. If you look below, they'll have a point value on them: 6 points, 5 points, 9 points. So it's a pretty small assignment. I know it looks like a lot, but when you're doing them, they really should not take you that long, because most of them are 1 or 2 questions. And then on Sunday evening, you would have a chapter quiz. Now that chapter quiz also will go right into MindTap. It'll take you right into MindTap. You will have 2 opportunities to take the quiz before it'll lock out. So you do have a couple chances to get a good grade on them. And if you do the activities in the reading assignment before you take the quiz, you really shouldn't have any issues getting good grades on the quizzes. Okay, so each week 1, day 3, and then here you can see this is with my Wiley campus because we meet 4 days a week, so week 1, day 4. Okay, pay close attention to due dates because they do vary. There are only 2 discussions in this chapter, or in this course. There's this video discussion at the beginning, and then there's going to be a discussion at the end, which has not been posted yet. Oh yes, here, what went wrong, right here. And that is your only 2 discussions that you have in this whole class. If you have any questions on connecting to MindTap, or if you're having any issues, the first week of class I will be posting some help Zoom meetings that Cengage, which is the program that does the MindTap, for you to go in and jump on and get assistance on how to do that. If you also want to do some practice activities, in each day there is chapter 5, it'll say phlebotomy equipment at the top of it, and it'll say MindTap. You can click on that and it'll take you directly to the MindTap. And it will open up, and when it does, it'll show you what are practice activities in that. So we're in chapter 3, so you can see that this counts towards a grade here, but there are some other activities in here that do not count for a grade. For, you know, like summaries and view activities, that one counts for a grade, that one counts for a grade. But there are some here, like here it says key terms practice. So you guys can do that. Some of them will help you with your lecture notes. You notice here is an exercise tool, which is practice. These are ways to study for your tests. Now your tests will be done in class, whatever time you meet in class. I do recommend that you bring your own computer to class, because it will help you when you're going through this course. It is definitely computer heavy course. So that is all I have for you. If you have any questions, you may email your instructor. Thank you.